point, I've been getting ready to put together an Ornstein versus all bosses in that. Alright, sorry. I had to send out a text message. Alright, let's see, where were we? Okay, I believe we're going to the Undead settlement today, if I'm right. Yes. We are. Did I not even raise the banner in the last video? So, I was honestly planning on doing the whole entire High Wall of Lothric. I figured it would be like 20 to 30 minutes, and it ended up being like an hour and a half. So I'm just gonna stream the entire Undead settlement. However long it is just however long it ends up being. But I'd say we'll be in this area for at least, I want to say solid hour, maybe more. Alright, so after you beat Vort, you're going to go ahead and come out through these double doors. And if you didn't already do it, you do need to go straight through that archway, up the stairs into that cathedral, right there, and talk to the woman sitting in the chair. Her name is Emma, and she will give you this banner that you can raise up. And it will actually, the Undead settlement. Now, if you want to, you can kill Emma, and it will actually cause the Dancer of the Boreal Valley to appear. And you can fight the Dancer super early in the game, but unless you're unless you're really, really good at the game, or you're gonna use there's a cheating way to do it. Unless you're gonna cheat and beat it, I would just recommend waiting until you're ready for that area of the game, and you will automatically be transported to that cathedral after you've killed three Lords of Cinder. So if you are wondering what I'm talking about when I say you can actually cheat and do it, hold on, I just want to check something, because it's been a while, so I don't know exactly what this character has on him. Okay. What is that? Alright. I actually probably want to make this a raw Gucci katana right now, because scaling's probably not even something I should be concerned about. Kill Swordmaster, and his summon sign will pop up by where Vort's boss door is. You can't do this if you've killed Vort, by the way. So if you're gonna cheese and kill the Dancer, do not kill Vort. But summon Swordmaster and then go into the Dancer boss fight. Let Dancer kill Swordmaster. Once Swordmaster is dead, immediately pull up your menu screen and go to quit and exit out of the game. Then re-go summon Swordmaster again when you reload your game. Go back through the boss door and let Swordmaster kill Dancer, because he'll pretty much be immortal. He'll take next to no damage from Dancer's attacks, and he will actually single-handedly kill Dancer. All you gotta do is kind of just stay out of range of Dancer's attacks while Swordmaster kills her. Alright, so the first thing that's gonna happen when we come down here is that guy back there is actually going to raise up this gate, and if you're quick enough and you're not worried about the Yule of Lundor in the back, you can actually go ahead and run through that gate before he drops the door back down and get to the bonfire back there. But we are going to be doing the third ending in the game, because it's the hardest ending in the game, and I'm already being pretty thorough anyway, so I don't see any reason not to. It's not going to slow us down any more than I've already been going. I really hate dogs, by the way. Like, if I had to pick by far my least favorite enemy, it's dogs. Alright, so this is literally the first step to getting the ultimate ending. I guess, not the ultimate ending, I don't think it's actually considered to be the good ending, but it's the third ending. It's considered to be the hardest ending to get. You do have to come back here and talk to this pilgrim named Mule. And it will actually start up the quest line. So when you come back here, you'll notice that all these guys are dead, but if you pay real close attention, over on your right hand side, you can see him just barely moving his staff back and forth. He's still alive. So we're gonna go talk to him.
Please, grant me death. Undo my shackles. Oh, then it's true. A champion of Ash as I live and breathe. To be in your presence is a great honor. I am Yol of Londor, a pilgrim, as you can see, only somehow I failed to die as was ordained. Well, perhaps my calling lies elsewhere. Say, champion of Ash, how does the idea of taking me into your service strike you? I was once a sorcerer. Surely I can be of use.
Alright, so in order to get the third ending, you're going to go ahead and accept his service. Do not decline. If you do accidentally click decline, you can come back and talk to him again. I don't know if you have to like save and quit to do that, but I'm pretty sure all you got to do is talk to him again, and just second time click accept his service.
I am honored, truly. I should be dead, yet you have granted me purpose anew. I, Yol of Londor, do solemnly swear myself to you.
Alright, and then he's going to go ahead and go right back to Firelink Shrine, so I am going to show you by the end of this part what you're going to want to do with him. So in order to get the last ending, you're going to need to get 8 Dark Sigils. Now there's a drawback to doing this. Once you do this, your character will actually start to become hollow. I personally don't mind, because the only real effect of being hollow that I've noticed in the game is that your character will start to look pretty hideous after you died a certain number of times. If that honestly bothers you, there's a ring that you can buy that'll make you look human even if you are hollow. And then on top of that, just put a fucking helm on. It's not that big of a deal, but something that bothers some people, I guess. Like right now, I can't see my character's face unless I do that. So if he goes hollow, I could care less. Alright. So we're gonna come over here, kill these guys. Pretty basic stuff. The beginning of this area is pretty basic. There's not a whole lot of really cool items. Now, if you remember in the last part, Grey Rat, the guy we freed from the cell, actually asks you to bring him, take a ring to a girl named Loretta. Well, spoiler alert, Loretta's dead. Watch out for I hate these guys too. Go ahead and just take him out. We'll come back down here after we're finished getting everything up here. Loretta is dead, and you continue Grey Rat's quest line by actually finding Loretta's bone, which is on a hanging corpse through here. I thought it was up there. Thrall Hood, charcoal pine bundle. So you're gonna just come out here, and right there, it's on a corpse. So cut that down, and I'll show you guys where that lands later. Come back here, get some repair powder. I have personally never had to use repair powder, because your weapon automatically repairs itself every time you rest at a bonfire. I guess if your weapon has like really low durability, but I have legitimately never needed repair powder. Alright, there's going to be 3 of these guys down here. There's going to be one in this corner, one over there, and one right... I don't see him. I know he's there. Oh, there he is. Yeah, I knew there was 3. I really love, like, on the last slash, whenever you go in, their blood will actually spatter all over the floor. And you can actually see the spatter. Oops. Wrong thing. So the only purpose in killing them is so we can come over here and get another charcoal pine bundle and come down this way. Alright, so this is where this area starts to feel almost a little intimidating because there are a couple, it feels like there's a lot of different places you can go. That we're going to come back to. We're not going to go that way right now. We're going to go to a bonfire that is actually across this bridge. And then from there, and then we'll come back here and I'll show you guys this entire, we'll show you the entire area. So that, honestly, there's nothing to worry about. So there's going to be 2 guys that come out of this doorway, so you can go ahead and kill them. Should be 2. I don't know where the second one is. That's weird. There will be 2 guys, I promise. I don't know why only 1 came out. Never had that happen before. Alright, oh, there's the second guy. I don't know why he didn't. Must have been a glitch. Also, there's going to be 2 guys laying down. One right there, and then there's another one, I think, in either that second or third stall. They are alive, so go ahead and kill them. Don't get fooled by that little ambush. Go ahead and kill them. Grab this off of you. Grab this over here. Take a double sip. There's going to be a guy. See him? Right there. You can see kind of his hood is waving back and forth. Hanging off the roof. Go ahead and take him out quickly. That sword he has hurts a bit if it connects, so I do believe he'll drop that. I believe it's the Flame Burge. So if you have a high enough luck stat, or that's something that you want, I'm pretty sure he'll drop it. Oh. 1 second. Alright, now this area is very annoying. There's a bunch of these guys here with their little blow dart things, and it just gets extremely annoying to constantly have to worry about them. Or no, they're actually not what I was thinking about. Alright, so this area right here above the bridge, we're actually going to come back here and check out that area. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and drop down right here. This guy is. Let's try not to die. Oop. Come right back through here. And there's a bonfire. If we were not wearing clear bluestone, we would have definitely died right there. But it's cool. We didn't really skip anything, so. I am playing online, just in case some invaders show up. Make things more interesting. Like I said, we are going to be checking out that area up there by that bridge. Let me double check that there's nothing back here in this corner. There is. Titanite shard back here, if you're looking for one. We will get to down there later. So, after you have lit that bonfire, you're going to come out through this way, go up here onto this roof, and we're going to be going through that archway to explore that area that I was talking about earlier. The boss is actually, for this area, is actually in that church right there. But we can't currently fight the boss, so always kill things like that, even if they don't look threatening, because you just never know. Nope, figured that would kill you. Alright. Before you go in here and explore this area, what you're gonna want to do... I messed up, actually. What you want to do is go and take that roof that I jumped off of. I jumped off prematurely. And you can actually get up onto that ledge right there, and you can kill those guards up there that are throwing fire bombs. And there's an NPC up there, so we're definitely going to come back. But before we do, let's just go ahead and grab this stuff over here. Come down here. I believe this guy has a ring that he's guarding. Yep, the fire clutch ring, which will definitely come in handy later. Come over here. As you can see, there's the bridge that we came across and then dropped down from. And that's pretty much all that's supposed to bring. There's not much to it. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and drop back down. You can drop down without being hit by a fireball, even though that's the way I've managed to get rest of this bonfire. Come back up onto this roof, and like I said before, yeah, you're gonna go up these steps, and there's gonna be 3 guards total, I believe. The 2 that sit here to throw fire bombs at you, so go ahead and take them out. And there is another one right there around the corner. There is a good reason for coming up here besides taking out those guys. Cornix is up here. And you can actually accept his service, and he will teach you pyromancies once he goes back to Firelink Shrine.
Aha, unkindled, are we? Welcome to my abode. I am Cornix, an old pyromancer. A crow in his cage, as you see now. But here we are, an encounter for the ages. I hear the unkindled make for fine vessels. Care to learn some pyromancies from this old man?
So if you would like to learn pyromancies from Cornix, and there's really no reason to decline, just go ahead and click Ask to Learn Pyromancies.
Most wise. A chance encounter should not be squandered. To reiterate, I am Cornix of the Great Swamp. The pleasure is mine.
And he will head back to Firelink Shrine. When you talk to him, he should give you the Pyromancy Flame, and I believe you can buy the Pyromancy Armor set off of him. So if you didn't start as a Pyromancer, and now you want to be a Pyromancer, there you go. Alright, so like I said, all that over there, that's the boss. So we're going to go over here first. So, go ahead and drop down. Be careful. There is a dog over here. We are going to come back to this area. That's why I went ahead and got this bonfire. Like I said, there is a lot to do. There's a lot to do in this area. So what I like to do is I like to try and pull enemies one at a time if I can. Especially when it's those guys with the pots. I can't stand those guys with the pots. But I'm pretty sure you have to actually fight both of them. The best thing you can do is trick them into throwing the stupid pots. You don't want to get hit by one. Ooh. Didn't even know to dodge that. I just got lucky. Go ahead and heal. There aren't too many enemies over here if you wait. I know there were a lot of enemies over here earlier. If you wait, they're actually walking. The enemies are actually walking over to the church. So if you just wait, they'll go ahead and walk over all the way over to the church, and then you won't have to worry about them. I'm getting hit a lot by this guy. Oh, we got a great machete. So go ahead, come over here. There's one more guy over here. You can actually, if you do this right, I believe you can kick him right off the edge. Because these guys cannot be backstabbed. So, I believe if we walk up on him. Oh, did it wrong. Oh well. Same result pretty much. Don't drop down there. I think you can. You might be able to. I doubt it. We are going to be going down there. There's a key that you need to get. It's going to take you to the sewers. There's 2 dogs back there. So be ready for that. I believe they're the last enemies for this little area. I believe it's 2 dogs. Might just be the one. Nope, it's 2. Completely missed. Just completely missed all those swings in that small area. It's kind of sad. Pretty soon we're actually going to be going back to the very beginning of the Undead settlement, so once we hit this next bonfire, because the bonfire we're going to hit is actually the bonfire to the next area. And then we're going to wrap up Undead Settlement. If you want to learn miracles, you're going to learn them from her. I'm going to show you where you get the key for that. This door doesn't open from this side. But once you get the sewer key, you can actually come back here and talk to her, accept her service, and open this door. Once you've done that, Egon will become friendly towards you.
Another one of those
Egon.
unkindled, are you? Oh, you faceless undead, behaving as if you deserved respect. Now you're poking around in people's cells. How very noble.
And he will actually help you with a boss fight later down the road called Dragon Slayer Armor. And he's extremely helpful for that fight if you're playing offline. I'm going to tell you why we came this way first here in a minute. You'll actually understand. Go ahead and talk to this guy. We're going to be doing his quest line as well as we go through the game.
Oh. Pardon me, I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegbert of Katarina. To be honest, I'm in a bit of a pickle. Have you ever walked near a white birch only to be struck by a great arrow? Well, if I'm not mistaken, they come from this tower. Whoever it is, I'm sure I can talk some sense into them. But I have to find a way up. And that's just the trouble. This lift only goes down, you see, and... well, that doesn't get me anywhere.
Alright, so this lift is actually going to lead you to a main fire. You're actually going to step on the lift and it'll take you down. If you step on and jump off, a second lift will come up from the top, and that lift will actually take you up. Now we're going to come back here and do this again, and when we do, Siegward is going to be on that ledge. and there's going to be a mini boss that we fight, and he will actually drop a fire gem for you. That's also where you get the Chloranthy ring and stuff like that. Alright, now the next bonfire we're going to, and the way that you get to the boss, this guy right here will actually launch great arrows at you, and they do quite a bit of damage. So in order to keep him from doing that, if you actually take this lift and talk to him, he'll make friends, and even if one of his arrows hits you, it won't do any damage, but it will kill all the enemies around you. So it's always best to come this way first.
Who are you? I help anytime.
So now that we're friends, we're going to go ahead and hit the bonfire that leads to the next area. And then we're going to finish exploring Undead Settlement. See, did you hear the That's Sigurd. He's moved to the ledge. Whenever you want to change elevators, like I said, just step on it, jump off, and the elevator that you need, or lift that you need, will come. Or the one that goes down, obviously. There's kind of a mini boss that we're coming up on, and I'm going to show you an extremely easy way to kill him. I don't believe there's anything back here, but we'll double check. Alright, so this area is pretty self-explanatory. There's going to be an ember lying, I believe, in the middle of the floor. Go ahead and grab that. So just dodge around him. Don't really pay any attention to him, and go through these double doors. He will not follow you outside of these double doors. So you're home free once you come through. And go ahead and just hit the bonfire. So you've got that checkpoint. The Cursed Rotten Gravewood, which is the boss for this area, is actually optional. You do not have to fight it. Be careful, it does cause frostbite. Alright, so anytime you get in some serious trouble, you're starting to feel bad, just go right back outside the double doors. Like I said, he can't follow you out there. Heal up. I usually just let him, you know, do a couple swings or something. Then I come through, get a couple hits, and then I roll right back out the double doors. This is how you cheese that guy. This is not how you legitimately fight him. And he will drop the Irithil Straight Sword, which actually has a frostbite buff to it. So, we're done with that little section. We're going to go and explore the rest of Undead Settlement, but first we're going to go to Firelink Shrine and take our Uchi Katana up to this tomb.
Ah, well met. 'Tis good to see what needs.
So get that up to +2.
Pretty be careful.
Actually,
Tis good what needed.
we're gonna go ahead and infuse the Uchi Katana as well. Only because right now we're only getting 20 points. The plus number next to the, you see where it says physical? That 138 is our base damage, and then the plus is the amount of damage we're getting off scaling. Well, since we have the minimal stats for this weapon right now, it's probably gonna be best to infuse it with a raw gem. It'll knock down, it'll take away the scaling, but it'll push the base damage up. So we will no longer have scaling, but the base damage goes up. Our bleed damage also drops by a point, which kind of sucks. But 138 plus 20 equals 158, and 177 is stronger. Now eventually we will use a Shriving Stone to take this back to a regular katana.
Pretty be careful.
But for right now, it's going to be best to have it raw, because it's just going to do more damage that way. Also, NPCs back to Firelink Shrine. Cornix is going to be right here to the right of Andre. Like I said, if you talk to him, he should give you the Pyromancer Flame.
I wish to express my gratitude for trusting a lowly pyromancer and allowing me to gaze upon this majestic flame. As promised, I will impart pyromancers to you. But first, you'll need a flame of your own. Careful you don't burn yourself with it.
And he will actually reinforce the pyromancy flame for you, and he will also teach you a couple simple pyromancies to start off. If you find pyromancy tomes, and I will be showcasing all those locations, he will get more pyromancies in his inventory. Alright, so next, to progress the storyline for the third ending, we're going to go talk to that pilgrim that we talked to earlier. In order for this to work, you're going to have him draw out your true strength 5 times. So.
Oh, our champion of Ash, welcome home. This pilgrim, with a debt in death, hardly deserves to behold this divine flame. And I never would have, had you not taken me into your service. I thank you dearly for this, and assure you of my leal service.
Alright, so he will actually teach you basic sorceries, although there's a much better sorcerer that you can learn sorceries from. We will actually meet him in the next area after Undead Settlement, and I will definitely show you where he is. But just if it's at the beginning of the game and you want some basic, you probably won't though, because chances are if you're using sorceries, you probably started at this early in the game, you probably started out with Sorcerer class, and you've already got Soul Arrow and Heavy Soul Arrow, but if you want Magic Weapon and Magic Shield, he sells those as well. Our main purpose for him is having him draw out our strength.
Bearer of the dark sign, let your true strength shine.
Alright, so what he's going to do is he's actually going to go ahead and gift you a level. He's going to do this for you a total of 5 times. So right now, we're going to go ahead and get our Vitality up. Vitality is going to increase your equipment load as well as your defense. So I don't know why more people don't up the stat. I'm a pretty big fan of Vitality. I like having high Vitality, but I also like wearing heavy armor, so that's probably a big reason why. And my nose is kind of clogged up. I don't know if you can tell, so if I'm sniffing and sneezing, my bad. Alright, so once you have him do
Be
this...
safe, champion of Ash.
Once you have him do this, the process can be reversed, the hollowing process. I'll show you how to do that in a later video as well. But for right now, you will gain a dark sigil in your inventory. So what we're going to go ahead and do is you need to get your hollowing stat. And I'll show you where that is after we off ourselves. Actually, we should probably go spend this 2,000 souls. No reason not to. Does Grey Rat sell Titanite shards? He does not. He does sell embers. So
Goodbye.
doesn't hurt to buy one of those. Alright, so what you're going to want to do is kill you. You have to basically commit suicide. Because after you die a certain number of times, he will draw out your true strength again. And you have to have him draw out your true strength 5 times to complete the quest line. So I just always commit suicide until I'm good to go. So I believe your hollowing stat has to reach 24. So don't worry about killing yourself and checking, killing yourself and checking. Just check your hollowing stat, see if it's at 24, and he will give you the last 4 levels all at once. When you load up into this area, that fog always comes up, so what I usually do is just run up here, because I find this quicker, and take a running start, and just jump from right here. We're not dying because we have the clear bluestone ring on, and it probably saved us by literally 1 HP. Oh, I forgot to show you guys the hollowing stat, or where you can at least see where your hollowing stat is. So if you go ahead and pull up your status screen, you will now notice that under your level, there is a hollowing stat. So you see where it says level 21, look under, and now it says hollowing 2. You want that to say hollowing 24. No, you do not have to kill yourself 24 times. Thank God, that would be tedious and extremely boring. I think it's usually like 5 or 6 deaths gets it up to 24. So it doesn't take that long to do. It's a little tedious and kind of annoying, but it's worth it for the ending. And if being hollow bothers you that bad, yes, the process can be reversed. But I'm going to tell you this now. It is extremely difficult. It's going to cost you a lot of souls, basically. The higher your level is, the more it's going to cost. And it gets up to a ridiculous amount. I think I had like a level 100 character or something. And I did that ending on him, and I'm pretty sure it was like 900,000 souls. If I wanted to reverse the effect. And I was like, well, yeah, there's just no way I'm going to have 900,000 souls on me and not spend them on levels. Unless I'm doing like a character for the meta, because it's looking like the meta is soul level 100. Which I guess I agree with. I honestly think it should be lower. I really do. I think soul level 100 is a little too high. Even like 10 levels lower. Like soul level 90, but I guess people like a well-rounded number like 100. You'll actually notice that the number will start doubling. So like when I kill myself right now, it's probably going to jump from like 5 to 10. I believe. Unless I don't remember correctly. I have not done this ending in a while. I've only done this ending once, and it was when I was going for the Platinum Trophy. Which I have, by the way. I did manage to get. And this was before they fixed the Dark Moon Covenant, so I farmed my Proof of Concord cap off of Silver Knights in Orlando. Literally, it took... I mean, it's just... I honestly don't see how anyone could probably sit there and farm all those in one sit down. I don't think that's even possible. I know I couldn't have, because it was taking like 2 to 3 hours to get like 4 or 5 of them. And I needed 30. And it was horrible. Because you need it for the Master of Miracles achievement. And that's not the only covenant I had to farm either. There were a couple. So I just want to say that one was the worst. I feel like it's going one at a time right now. I don't remember it being this difficult. Or they taking this many deaths. I feel like I'm killed myself like 5 or 6 times already. Maybe it's at 7 that it starts doubling? I don't know. All I know is that eventually it starts going up really fast. 8. Did they change it maybe? Since I did it? I don't know. Maybe they changed it. If it's at 9 when I check again, I'm gonna have to go have Yule draw my true strength again and see if that speeds up the process any. Actually, now that I think about it, that probably makes sense. Yeah. I think the more strength you have him draw out, the faster you hollow. So he should be able to ready to go and take me up by
Then shall we bet?
I think 2 levels. Nope, just 1.
Be safe, champion.
Right. Now let's see if maybe now it goes up by 2s. Maybe that's how it works. I don't know. So we're at 9. Let's see if this takes us to 11. I know it's at 12 that you get the next level. I'm pretty sure you're done by 24 though. Maybe it's not 12. Yep, it jumped up to 11. I think it's 12 that you get the next level. It might be before 12.
Then shall we bet?
It is before 12. And I upped my endurance with that 1 level, didn't I? And I didn't mean to.
Be safe.
So it is before 12. So this next death will be another level. Because I know there's a level at 12. So I believe it might be at 2. Let me see. There's the original. I'm going to assume there's one at 2. And then one at 8. The original, one at 2. Maybe one at 5. One at 10. 1 at 12, 1 at 24. I don't know. That doesn't sound right. I'm not 100% sure. So don't go off what I'm saying. Just make sure to periodically check. If you go over, it's okay. Like, you don't have to be on the exact number. He'll still level you up.
Then bear.
So I think by the time this character's all said and done, I'm probably going to want 30 vitality. And I've already started working on dex, so I'm probably going to be looking to get a dexterity weapon. I just don't know which dexterity weapon I want yet. Excuse me. You know what else would have helped? If I probably took off the life ring. I don't know why I just now thought about that. This is the only deprived character I've done, by the way, is the character I'm doing for this stream. I have yet to do any... I've yet to do any magic characters. I've used them, like I've gone and spec'd characters to be magic users, like for sorceries and pyromancies, never for miracles though. So I can't really give you an opinion on miracles, but I can tell you sorcery gets pretty freaking powerful in the late game. Sorcery's really good. So So if you're a sorcerer and you're patient and you just wait and I'm talking about really late game. Like I'm talking about there's only like 2 bosses left. But you'll destroy those 2 bosses. As long as you bring, I want to say probably best if you bring a summon. And I'm talking about like main story bosses. I know for a fact, I want to think most people would actually consider the hardest boss of this game to be Nameless King. And a sorcerer just destroys Nameless King. Just bring somebody with you to help. Literally, they're just there to draw aggro for you. And you will literally, I can kill Stormdrake with Sorcerer using Crystal Soul Spear with like 3 Crystal Soul Spears, 3 or 4 Crystal Soul Spears, and it literally, you can kill him within like 3 seconds of the fight starting. You can usually what I did the first time I beat Nameless King and I had spec for a Sorcerer, I hit the Stormdrake, I want to say twice in the head with Crystal Soul Spear, and then my partner got the critical hit after he got like knocked back. He didn't do a critical hit on him, and he died. And it was literally, he never even did 1 attack. It happened that fast, and we were in phase 2. And then my partner, I don't even remember who it was. All he did was just roll dodge Nameless King a little bit while I popped off Crystal Soul Spears at him. And the fight was literally like 15 to 20 seconds long.
Then shall bear.
Alright, so after you have him draw out your true strength for the 5th time, you are officially done with this section of the quest line.
You have all.
And you'll know when you're done because he'll say, you've obtained ample strength, and he won't do it for you anymore. Also, if you want to check, you can go to your inventory. If you go to your key items, you should have 5 dark sigils sitting in your key items. And obviously, in order to finish the quest line, you need 8. So you can see I have 5 out of 8. And I will show you how to get the other 3 as we play through the game. But now that we've done that, as you can see, we're starting to go, if we take off our thief mask, we're going hollow. We're getting pretty ugly. Even our body. But like I said, if it really bothers you, you can buy a ring for it. It's not a big deal. Alrighty. So let's finish our walkthrough of the Undead Settlement. Okay. Also, if you're watching this, I'm a huge Cavs fan, so I hate Golden State. So, if that bothers you, it's time to hop off the stream. Like, because I see we actually have 1 viewer now, so if you don't like the Cavs or like the Cavs bother you, like hop off the stream. Think Steph Curry's better than LeBron James? Hop off the stream. I fucking hate these little blow dart guys, but you know, Grey Rat's one of the blow dart guys, and he's by far my favorite NPC. Alright, so now we're going to be doing the most annoying section of Undead Settlement. You can kind of pick these guys off one by one. They don't pay a whole lot of attention to you. I'm going to be trying to kill everybody just so I can show you guys like where every single item is. So, but like as you can see, like nobody's really paying attention. You just don't want to draw that fat guy right there that's praying by that tree. That's the guy who, like, you really just don't want to draw his attention. By the time you get to him, you want it to just be a one-on-one fight. Because they're called evangelists, and they're just god-awfully annoying. Come back here and grab this Soul of Unknown Traveler. Alright, so there's only 3 more guys right here. Go ahead and get a backstab. And as you can see, we drew out the Evangelist. He will throw that deep, that's actually a spell that you can get yourself. It's called Deep Spell. And it actually causes bleed buildup. And it's like a homing thing. So it will follow you around. Be extremely careful when he's swinging that mace. He or she. They actually think it's a chick. You want to try and get around to the back and get a backstab. When she sets herself on fire like that, it's a really obvious opening that she's going for her grab. So be careful of that. Alright. We can just polish up the rest of these guys. Not too difficult to deal with. There is an Estus Flask shard right here where the Evangelist was praying, so that's a pretty important item. Go ahead and take this guy out. If you guys have played the other games, I'll have to show you pretty soon here, but we'll be rolling up on the Sunbro Covenant Warriors of Sunlight. Got a lot of embers. I hoard embers because you're probably going to see me solo the majority of the bosses. If I'm really not in the mood, I'll probably bring help for a couple. Like Pontiff Sullivan, I'll probably bring help for. That's probably like the main one. Pontiff Sullivan. Obviously, I'll have help for Yorm the Giant. If you know anything about Sigurd's quest line, if you do it properly, he will automatically show up for that fight. So, alright, so when you come into this house, or you know what? Nope, I don't think we're gonna go this way yet. We actually missed something. Let's go ahead. We can go ahead and kill these guys though. There's another house, I believe, you can go into. It's actually, it leads you to there. If you kept going straight, you can open this door. That's what I was missing. You keep going straight, I would have fallen down a hole that led to here. Oh, I completely forgot. We're gonna come right back. Remember when I was upstairs earlier? You remember that ledge? I cut down a body. And it probably went back. It surely did. That body has Loretta's bone on it. So we are going to circle back and get that. It's extremely important. That is my bad. I completely forgot. Should only be like one of those little gray rat people up here, so it's no biggie. Just ran past him. Oop. I hear you. Alright. So yeah, you're just gonna come out here and you can just cut the body down from up here. Or if you have a bow, you can shoot it down. I don't know, it's up to you. I don't have a bow, obviously, so that's why we ran all the way back up. My nose is like really dry. And it's itchy, and it's getting on my nerves so bad. I don't know if it's obvious that I'm kind of cranky, but I'm cranky. I'm also streaming from my friend's room, and it's hot as hell in here. So, I'm like slightly annoyed. I don't know if today was the best day to stream, but I've been putting it off for so long. I was just like, I need to stream today. It's been a while. Be careful, there are a couple of those things that come alive. They're not that hard to kill. I thought that would do way more damage than that. Well, I know for a fact with a bow, they're not that hard to deal with, but spam your lock on if you're worried about it, but dropping down here is actually where you will find the Sunlight Medal, or the Warrior Sunlight Covenant item, and that will automatically, equipping that right here will make you a Sunbro. There's also a second covenant in this area, so I'll show you how to get that too. It's called Mound Makers, and you have to go and get this covenant item before. And just to show you, that's the hole that we fell through, so you didn't miss anything. Honestly, only came back up here to cut down these bodies because there's an item right there. If you kill the optional boss in this area before you get the covenant item, you will not be able to get the covenant item. I believe there's like 2 or 3 of these things in this hallway. Let that guy that's walking up the hallway, let him come to you. Because he wants you to run to him, because there's a couple of those skeleton cage things that are alive down there, and he'll have a huge advantage over you. So like I said, just spam your lock on. See, there's one right there. Neither one of these is alive. We're going to go ahead, because there's not really any items or anything right in this area, so we're going to leave them be. You come back over here, there's an Estus Flask shard down on this ledge, I believe. No, that is not an Estus Flask shard, but there's a Soul of an Unknown Traveler, so there's an item there. It's not an Estus Flask shard, it's an item. Alright, there's a couple people in this next area that we're about to go through, so be careful. Am I going here? Is there literally nothing in here? Guess not. Alright, there's an evangelist right up there who's going to continuously launch deep soul attacks at you, and it's really annoying, so just be weary of that happening while you're fighting. Enemies can actually pop out of that gap. And I always like to just come in here, mainly because there's an item in here, and I usually come in here to take a breather. Completely forgot he was in there, but I'm just gonna let him wander on in here. Alright, now as for the evangelist, you can get up there to where he's launching those attacks. If you go around to your left side. Alright, I was wrong. Go through the archway. Yep, and then on your left side, there will be a ladder that leads up. Be extremely careful up here. Alright, there we go. So, I'm gonna wait until I can see Tweedledum and hit him with a plunge attack. And there's a Titanite shard. I knew there was like a Titanite shard right around here, but... Alright, let's just go ahead and roll down. Be extremely wary of that mace. That thing is no joke. You can see I'm trying to get behind him for a backstab. I don't know why that book missed. No, aw man, I thought I was far enough to where I didn't need to roll. Ooh. Stood up a little too fast. That could have been all bad, in all honesty. Got a little lucky there. Alright, so come down here. Is there anything over here? There surely is. That, yep, that's the Titanite shard I was thinking of. That's why I thought there was a Titanite shard here. And, lucky for us, this is where you will hit your next bonfire. If you're embered, there's an enemy that will appear here named, Holy Knight Roderick. So you can kill him. Alright, so our number one priority obviously is going to be getting to that bonfire after we kill this crystal, who I believe drops a sharp gem, if I'm correct. Yep. Sharp gem. I'm right here. The sewer key will actually open that door right there. Go ahead and hit this bonfire. take a quick rest, and I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. And we're drawing to the near the end of the Undead settlement walk. Well, not near the end. Let's say 65. We're 65% through. A little more than half. Debating on whether or not I'm gonna do the bosses today. I may or may not. We'll see. Depends on what how I'm feeling. Right now, I'm thinking I'm leaning 60% we're gonna do it, 40% we're not. Completely depends. Alright, so you can kind of like take your time with these guys. Remember the giant that we went and made friends with? This is why we made friends with him. So we can pick up all of these goodies and not have to worry about the horde of enemies over here. He will go ahead and polish enemies up for you. What you want to do is come and jump over here to this platform. This is an extremely important item here. This is an undead bone shard. It's actually going to increase the amount of HP that your Estus flasks give back to you. So as you notice when we drink, like that's not even, doesn't even refill my HP all the way, so we're not getting a lot of HP back when we take drinks. Come up over here, there's quite a few items. If you come down this way, on the tree over here, there should be some ashes. You actually give those ashes to the handmaiden back at Firelink Shrine, and she will give us the sewer key. Be careful. You get the clearance set right there, but another one of those guys with the flame burge will drop down. So, I kind of want that sword. I don't know why. So, I might farm for it off camera later. So, if in the next part we have a flame burge, you'll know why. I don't know why. I've been looking at it and I'm just like, I kind of want that sword. Because it causes bleed too, and it's like a great sword. Great swords are good things, so I believe it's a great sword. So at this point, there should only be like 1 or 2 more enemies in here. Go ahead and take them out real quick. We're gonna get that item right there in a second. Once you come up here, turn around and take a running start and jump onto that ledge. And you can get a scythe. Great scythe. It's an enemy, that's an item you'll never see me use because I hate scythes. I hate the scythe class in this game. Okay, so there's nothing over here. And then you can come over this way. Remember the church that I was telling you about where the boss is? And this is it. And then that's the boss room. before we do that, we're going to go take the sewer key and check out the sewers. I'm going to show you where the Mound Maker Covenant is, and then we will go ahead and take out that boss. So, let's go ahead and do those couple of things. Go ahead and open up these double doors to get a shortcut. And I guess we're going back to the shrine now. Don't worry about the cost of the key, it's not that expensive. I believe it is it's 1,500 souls. It's not that much. We have 3,000 on us right now, so come over here.
Ah, well met, Ashen One. How may I be of service?
So you're going to go down to the option that says give Umbral Ash, and then give her the Mortician's Ashes.
Passing fine ash thou'st given. Let this ash bestow nourishment. I only hope these new wares content thee.
And now she will actually have new stuff that you can buy. As you can see now, she has another set of embers you can buy. I think she gets a couple more weapons. Not sure, but the only thing we care about is this grave key that will take us down into the sewers.
Ashen One, be sure to bring more souls.
Alright. Oh, you know what else we better do while we're here? We picked up an Estus Flask Shard and an Undead Bone Shard, so let's go ahead and
That is good.
use those.
Prithee, be careful.
You're just gonna go down, when you set it a bonfire, you're gonna go down to the option, burn Undead Bone Shard. Just click yes, and now you'll see it says Estus Flask +1 now. I think I went to the wrong bonfire. I actually sat there and thought about it too, and still ended up picking the wrong one somehow. Yep, wrong bonfire. My bad. We want to go to the dilapidated bridge. Actually, we could have... Probably actually could have gone the way I wanted to go from here. Oh well, not a big deal. I might actually be wrong, to tell the truth. I might actually... There's two entrances to the, like, sewers / grid by the bonfire that I was just at. Okay, so no, this is actually a shortcut. That was the door I was going to. That's the door I thought the key opened. That is actually another shortcut door. So there's two shortcut doors down in the sewers. I don't know why, because the area is really not that long. Area is actually kind of short. But nonetheless, there's two shortcuts within the area. So those double doors we opened, this is actually the fastest bonfire getting to the boss, because all you gotta do is drop down there and then run on over there. You don't have to worry about fighting any enemies or anything. So what you kind of want to do when you're going to the sewers, all these enemies will literally walk past, all except for that dog. That dog will actually walk directly to the door. So we're just gonna give them a minute to go ahead and pass, so we're not dealing with more enemies than we need to be. And drop on down. And now we're in the sewers. So if you're wondering what's in that humongous fog, there's a giant rat. And I hate rats in this game. I hate rats, I hate dogs, I hate every animal in Dark Souls. There's your fist weapon, in case you're wondering where that's at. And then of course our key opens this door. But what kind of Dark Souls player would we be if we didn't fight the giant rat hiding in the fog? So just kind of walk in far enough to get his attention. Is he sleeping? Okay, so I guess if you walk in slow, you can kind of catch him by surprise. Did not think that would literally almost kill him. And I completely forgot he dropped the blood bite ring, so if you're looking for the blood bite ring, there you go. Let's go ahead and take these guys out. And yep, that's what we're looking for. Should be a ladder here. And that will open up the door that I thought was the door we came through, but was actually a shortcut door. And I don't believe there's anything over here. There's not. So, now we can go ahead and come this way. Now, there's going to be a couple skeletons down in here that are really annoying to fight. Come back here. I guess if you want the loincloth, there it is. Another item here, red hilted halberd. Be careful at the speed you go through this area. Skeletons are kind of, I'd say they're decently difficult to deal with. So, pay attention. If you don't get any souls after you kill a skeleton, it will come back to life. Some skeletons have to be killed twice. Just make sure you pay attention to whether or not you got any souls. If you got souls after the kill, then he's not coming back to life. If he didn't, he's probably gonna come back to life. Alright, let's retreat a little bit so we can heal. Thought there was two. Guess not. Also, skeletons like to take their sweet time getting up, so like I said, it's better to kind of like move through slowly, take your time, than to just rush through. Because you don't want to be spawning multiple skeletons. As you can see, they don't hit super hard, but they're hitting hard enough. There's an item when you come through here that you can only get if you have a bow. And it's right there. I do not believe it's anything special, but in case you're wondering, it's right there. I think you might be able to cut it down from the bridge up there. I'm not sure. Be careful. I do believe there's a few rats that pop out down here. More than a few, apparently. Quite a few. So make sure you take care of them. Or you can just kind of run over here, snag the item, which was a sunlight talisman, and get your butt up the ladder. And that's pretty much the area. Pretty soon we're going to run into the NPC up here. And we'll be back by Egon. So, see? Now she's free.
Who is there? Someone there? Anyone? Oh, please, whoever you are, touch me. The dark surrounds me, nibbles at my flesh. Little creatures, they never stop biting. So please, hold out your hand and touch me. Oh, yes, there you are. So close, indeed. Then I am not entirely alone just yet. Praise the merciful gods above.
After that, go ahead and talk to her again.
Me. I am Irina of Karim. I came to this land so that I might be a firekeeper. Your touch has freed me from the darkness. You are a champion, then. I am weak and unfit to tend the flames. But if it would not trouble you, might I enter into your service instead? Oh, thank you, sweet champion. I shall take my vows. I, Irina of Karim, solemnly swear to serve you.
And she will go right back on to Firelink Shrine, as most NPCs will, and Egon will as well, and she will teach you miracles.
You've gone and rescued her, have you? How very quaint. Pitying creatures that are beyond help. Very well. I'm sick of looking after her at any rate. I am Egon, a knight of Karim. I am allied to you for as long as you assure the girl's safety. And only for that long.
And he means that. If she dies, he will try to kill you. I'm not exactly sure, but I think there is something you can do that will trigger her dying at Firelink Shrine. So you have to be careful. So wait to hear the and then jump off. Next, we're going to go and kill the optional boss in this area, as well as explore the area itself. Then I'm going to show you where the Mound Maker Covenant is, and then we're going to go ahead and take out the boss. I'm just going to go ahead and do this whole thing today. It usually takes me a while to decide to stream an area, so it's been a while, so...
Ah, oh, don't disappear like that. You had me downright worried. But thanks to you, an epiphany has struck me square in the head. I've unraveled the riddle of this inscrutable lift. On some days I begin to doubt myself. I went up the tower, so I thought, then somehow ended up here. I'm not exactly sure what happened. Anyhow, do you see that? That humongous beast? I'm no coward and I've a steady hand, but that thing makes my skin crawl. Now, think twice before you go down that road. I could try talking some sense into him. No, I think not. He's far too overheated. I've got to use my head and think. I could try talking some sense. I've got...
Alright, so when you go down here to fight this optional, this whole thing is completely optional. This little optional kind of boss down here, Sigurd will immediately, once the boss kind of like locks onto you, Sigurd will come to help you.
Well, it's too late now. I, Sigurd of the Knights of Katarina, fight by your side.
And Sigurd will legitimately, by himself, pretty much kill the boss. Not just wait until the boss isn't really paying attention. And, go ahead. I usually wait That way I can get some pretty solid damage before I even notice that I'm here. Also, be careful if Seabird dies. I think it'll halt his quest line. So make sure your buddy Seabird doesn't die. After the fight's over, one sec. After the fight is over, and I should have had both of these on. Nope. Nope. I take that back. I don't want this. Go ahead and talk to Seabird, and he'll teach you not 3, but 2 new gestures.
That was quite a performance. But you mustn't get in over your head. We Unkindled must put our duties first. But, for the moment, we've a toast to make. To your valor, my sword, and our victory together. Long may the sun shine. Well, I'm going to have myself a little nap. The only thing to do, really, after a nice toast.
Alright, and then once you have both of those, you're good to go start exploring. There's only a couple items right here in this little circular area. I'm going to be showing you where the Mira Knight Armor is. And the Chloranthy Ring. Momentarily. Go back. Just kind of show you guys all the stuff that's... It's not really much of anything back here. Check out these boxes. I'm doing this more as a just in case I'm forgetting something or forgot something. Alrighty, so if you come up here on there's 2 things up here. There's an armor set right there, and right there is a pale drake top. Interesting thing about the pale drake top, it is a covenant item for the Rosarius Fingers Covenant, but it also can be used to respec your character, but we won't be able to do that for a little while. These enemies will drop down when you try to get that item, so since we're a little low on Estus, we're kind of just going to get the item and then get the hell out of here. Oh, that's weird. I could have swore those enemies drop down when you try to get that, but I guess not. There are a couple, I know a couple of these things are alive, so just be careful. This is probably what I was thinking of. Yup. Yup, it is. Just be careful of those things. When you come through here, I believe there's going to be 1 or 2 dogs. There's one. And there's the other. I'm trying to lose as little HP as possible because I know there's a section where I'm going to have to actually drop I don't want to die from fall damage. Also, if the chain's curled like that, I don't know if I went over this before, it's not. Yep, I think that's another one of the trap things I was thinking of. I ended up losing a bit of HP because I dropped my guard a little bit. I was thinking, there's 2 evangelists right here, so we were definitely not going to fight them. No. Well, that didn't go how I wanted it to. We're gonna go ahead and go back. That did not go how I wanted it to at all. I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to get the Moundmaker's Covenant item really quick. And then we will go back. We'll show you where the Mirror Knight armor is, as well as show you where the Clarinthi ring is, and then we'll take out the boss and be done for the day. I did see a comment popped up, so since there is only one person watching, I'll go ahead and set the broadcast up so I can read that here in a second. Okay, so, I don't know how to say your name, but, I'm actually doing terrible. My nose is runny and itchy, because I think it's pretty sure it's fucking dry. And I just died, so I'm kind of annoyed. I also did not think... I feel like I've been streaming for over an hour. I felt like this was only going to take, like, 1 hour. What time is it? It's 4:50 something. I definitely started around, I want to say 3-ish. So it's been over an hour, and I'm not even fighting the Cursed Rotten Greatwood. So obviously I already showed off this whole area. Now instead of going through this doorway, we're actually going to go around to where these barrels are. And I did not showcase this area at all, and I will in a second. But there's just really not that much over here. There's obviously that Fading Soul right there. And, oof, just barely made that. What you want to do is you want to get over here. And this guy is actually not hostile. You can hop in that cage. But before we do that, if you've killed the Cursed Rotten Greatwood, he will be hostile. There's a ring right here. Now there's 2 different ways you can do this. You can push this body so that you cut it down and it falls. Ah! Messed it up. It falls right here and grab that ring. But I didn't do it correctly, so forget me, I guess. Go ahead and examine, and your character will actually hop in the back of that cage. And it will take you to the Moundmaker's Covenant area, which is actually an area you end up in and while you're fighting the Cursed Rotten Greatwood. But the problem is, for some reason, if you kill Cursed Rotten Greatwood, then the guy who gives you the Moundmaker's Covenant item, he will be dead at the end of the boss fight. So you won't be able to get the Covenant items. You have to come get this Covenant item before you fight the boss. It's the only way you can get the Covenant item before. And there's not much down here except for a homeward moan, so you can leave. I believe there's a homeward bone. Could have swore there was one. And then, of course, this guy who has Flamebird, which I want that sword now.
Well, what's happened? This pit is for hollows, not for the likes of you sane folk. Or perhaps you are a hollow, posing as otherwise? Yes, then we are just fine. It's important to know who you are. But we'll all be mad soon enough. And should you be undead, well, all the more so. Beware, the shackles of the gods are fragile. You might need this. Etch it on your heart if you feel your sanity slipping. Come here to pile up your victims, for that will form your anchor. You'll see when you go mad. They'll be your family. You'll go mad one day, but not today. Take my advice. Use this bone and leave this place.
And
this pit is for hollows, and for the occasional madman fond of piling up victims. You've better things to do, I'd hope.
Alright, and now we can go ahead and get on out of here. I'm going to show you guys how to get the Mirror Knight armor. And the Clarenthi ring. And then we're going to go ahead and take the boss out, and we'll be done. So I want to say about 85% done. With this part today. So we should be streaming. I should only be streaming for about another 30-ish minutes. At which point I am probably going to throw pants on over my shorts. I don't know. It looks like it's pretty warm today, actually. I'm probably just going to wear shorts. And I'm probably going to go get me an energy drink because it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon and I feel kind of tired for some reason. And I don't think that's okay, so. Also, I'll probably have, like I said, I'll probably have Flameberg for the next part, as I feel like I'm going to farm for it off camera. Ooh, we have that Pale Drake tongue. And I did promise to show the next part of the Leon Hearts quest line. I'll tell you what, when we pick up on the next part, it'll be the first thing I go and do. What am I doing? I don't even know why I walked out. We're going back to the optional area. Hopefully this time we're not gonna die. Really ticked this whole time, and I was like, oh, maybe I won't get a single death today, and then that happens. I mean, unless you're counting the intentional, that probably wasn't a good idea. The intentional suicides for the third ending. Top off, because why not? Not like we're gonna run into many enemies. Don't worry about the little mini boss that you fight down here. He will not respawn. Did we get a fire gem when we killed him? I wasn't even paying attention. We did. Okay, I was just double checking because you are supposed to get a fire gem after you kill him. That's why I don't recommend that as a starting gift. I don't see the point because you can get one so early. I think it's a waste. It's just my opinion, though. I think everything's a waste to get except for the life ring. Although, you get the life ring right early too, so. They're all I mean, they're all honestly, none of them are really that good. None of the starting gifts matter. Starting class doesn't even really matter. That was a nice convenient place for our souls. I almost want to kill him for revenge, but I'm really not in the mood if I accidentally fall again or something. I really just wanted to double check and see if there was an item right there. Probably wasn't the best idea I've ever had. Go through this area a little bit real quick, make sure there's it ups your damage based on your equipment load, so the less you're carrying, the more of a boost you get. I'm going to drop onto here to this little wood plank. From here, I'm going to drop right on down to this tower. Two homeward bones over here. I feel like is honestly a trick by the developers, in case people don't notice this little archway right here, and they're probably hoping you homeward bone out after you've already come all this way, without realizing that there's 2 items down here. So there is the mirror set. There is no hat. Of course, ring. Now, the Chloranthy ring, you don't really notice that big of a difference with your stamina recovery, in my opinion, with it on. But with it, if you pair it with like the Grass Crest shield, which we're going to go ahead and get later, that's when I start to notice a little bit of a difference. Or if you have like the Chloranthy +2, which you obviously can't get until new game plus, so. You're looking for quicker stamina recovery, your best bet, I would say, is the Chloranthy ring and the Grass Crest shield. And I will show you how to get both of those things when we get to the next area. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take out Curse Rotten Greatwood here in a second. First, we're going to go ahead and go back to the shrine. And I believe level up. I'm sorry, I don't even know. I don't know if I can level up or not. I don't know if 8,000 souls is a lot at this level. I feel like it's not.
Well, speak. Very then take no.
Oh, that's almost 2 levels. Wow. I guess it is
Farewell, Asher made of.
I'm just gonna go ahead and use all of these because why not?
Welcome, host speak. Very well. Then touch the cake now.
I think we're gonna do vitality at 20, and then we're gonna get endurance up to 20, and then I'm probably gonna do next after that. I'll probably go 30 vigor, 30 vitality, 25 endurance, and then I'll probably start either looking at strength or dexterity again after that. Unless I need to start looking at them for a particular weapon, to hold a particular weapon. That's the only way I'll touch them before that.
May the flames guide thee.
Alright, so let's get today wrapped up, because I've had about all I can take right now. I personally like to go there from the cliff. also feels like the quickest way to get there to me. It's just my opinion. You like to get there from the dilapidated bridge or whatever your cup of tea is. Alright, so Curse Rotten Greywood strategy for melee. I feel like it's pretty much the same for... No, well, no, because Sorcerer... Melee, you don't really lock... This isn't a boss you lock onto. So, I would say for this first phase, just completely ignore the enemies. There's really no reason to pay attention to any of the enemies in this first phase. They don't do too much damage. Don't pop the gigantic sack in his middle. Go ahead and get this one on the back of his leg first, and then run over here and get this one on his hand. That's how you're going to get the most damage before he falls. And then you want to go ahead and get the one in the middle after that. In my opinion, this is probably the easiest boss in the entire Dark Souls franchise. You just kind of want to run around until he does that. Once you pop him in the middle, he's going to break the arena and kill all the minor enemies. Really quick, you can run over here, you hit the one underneath the leg right there. Rise up like that. So just let him do a spin. He doesn't have too many moves you really need to be worried about. Now next I like to lock onto him and kind of wait till he turns and faces me. And then I like to bait a certain attack. I like to just back up from him until he stands straight up and falls down like he's about to do right now. Then unlock and kind of run over to his left side. And then you can pop this one right here on his shoulder. And as you can see, at this point, he is pretty much dead. Wait for him to sit back down. And you should be able to hit the middle sack a couple times and finish him off. All in all, probably the easiest fight in all of Dark Souls 3. It's just one big gimmick. Actually, looking back, I wish I hadn't done that so fast. Probably would have been better to... I guess I should have... Yeah. Because I really didn't give you a chance to see most of his moves, but... This is a +2 weapon. I'm pretty sure you can get up to a +3 if you really wanted to before you even fight him, so... He's gonna drop two things. His soul and the transposing kiln. If you take the transposing kiln to Ludlith, I believe is his name, he's one of the Lords of Cinder that sits up on the throne, he's right there with the crown on, he will make boss weapons for you. And do not pop Curse Rotten Greywood's boss soul, because he makes probably the best...
Fret not.
Hold on.
My feet are here firmly planted, for I am a lord, and this is my throne.
So you can go ahead and give him the kiln.
Oh, belike it is a transposing kiln in thy possession. Seen better days, but methinks it shall suffice. Now, bring to me a twisted soul. Transposition is the art of extracting and coalescing the essence of a soul. In transposing a twisted soul, its true power transferred to thee. Thy purpose is to seek lords and slay them. What's to fear in a little transposition?
Alright, so you have two options here. You're going to have the Hollow Slayer Greatsword and the Hollow Slayer, or not Hollow Slayer Spear, like I was about to say, the Arstor's Spear. I cannot hold either one, but I can tell you from experience that my favorite is this right here, this Hollow Slayer Greatsword. Like I said, with this character, I'm going for more of a dex build. Do I want to put 3 points into strength, or I could just put 3 points into dex and already be able to use the spear? I'm gonna go ahead and get the sword. I actually have a video up on my channel you can watch. It's with another one of my characters that's actually using the Hollow Slayer Greatsword. It's actually the first time I ever tried it out, and I just went ahead and saved the video because I went on a 12-game win streak. So.
Welcome home, Ashen One. Speak thine heart's desire. Very well. Then take nothing.
Very good PvP weapon. It's also a good PvE weapon. Do I want to level up to hold the Hollow Slayer Greatsword? You know what? I will. But I don't have any intention of using it anytime soon. So I think what I'll do is get Vitality up to 20. And once I come across a few more Titanite scales, I'll end up switching over to it.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the flames guide thee.
So next time, in the next part, when we go through the Road of Sacrifice and take out Crystal Sage. So, I'll see you guys then.